All right. Bring it in. Take a knee. Vent in the chat. What is up, everybody? Welcome into the Losers Lounge.
Womp, womp, womp.
First Losers Lounge in quite a while. We are presented by Bet365. Use code DNVR365 when you sign up and download the app. And of course, we're live as always from the Toyota Lounge. Driven by your Front Range, or Toyota is the official vehicle of DNVR. Tough one tonight for the Nuggets. 115-101. They fall to the Houston Rockets. In a game that... This game sucked, man.
It sucked.
Really rough offensive game from the Nuggets. A really physical game where tempers kind of flared a little bit. And we definitely have a lot to discuss. I'm Harrison Wind. I got Superstar Dev with me.
There was like a argument earlier about if this was a matinee or not. And you know what I'm thinking? That was a matinee. It was for sure a matinee. They played like it was a matinee.
In my head, the Nuggets are 0 for on matinees when they play matinees. I don't have that data. I don't have those stats, but
real.
It feels like these games are always tough. And this was absolutely a tough game. 115-101. The Nuggets lose. Third time playing Houston so far this year. They're now 2-1 against the Rockets. And the Nuggets fall to 20-7 overall, 8-5 at home, another loss at home. And we will break it all down from you. We've got Brendan Vogt a little later from Ball Arena. Really curious to hear what he says, actually, because I'm sure there were some interesting post-game comments. David Adelman got tossed in this game. Bruce Brown, Kevin Durant went at it. We'll talk about all of that. First, though, let's give a little fast breakdown and talk about how this game went. First note of the game doesn't really tell the whole story, but it was an interesting note. Spencer Jones balling in the first quarter. He had 9 in the first quarter in this game, played the whole quarter, shot 4-6, hit a 3, 2 assists and a steal. He was balling out. It was the Spencer Jones quarter. But you know who else got going in that first was Reed Sheppard. 3 triples from Reed Sheppard, and the Nuggets just, their defense wasn't up to par on him, just did not stay attached to him enough on the perimeter today, and he burned them a lot. That was a sign of things to come. That probably could have been the first note.
I mean, I just was looking at his stats. It feels like he destroys the Nuggets every single time. And
That's
I was
what
like,
it seems like.
I wonder if he does this to every other team. Well, he doesn't. He doesn't do that to every single team. It is the Nuggets and how they allow him to do it.
He was unconscious in this game. He finished with 28, 6-9 from 3. Kevin Durant got going in that second quarter, but, you know, the Nuggets were being really physical. I liked how they were playing defense in this game, and the refs let this be a physical game. Mark Davis was the official. You usually get a physical game with him, and that's definitely what we got today. There was also, I'm not even going to call it a hard foul because it wasn't. Remember the Pickett foul on Durant on the fast break? He kind of just like hip checked him a little, went in hard with the body, and Durant didn't like it. He was jawing with Pickett at the free throw line. That also was a sign of things to come. Nuggets went double big midway through the second quarter. Not against, you know, Şengün and Adams, but it was against Şengün and Durant with Smith out there too. So still a big front line. Didn't work that well. And then Josh Okogie hit back-to-back three-pointers. You got to pick your poison, you know, in this league and against the Rockets. Nuggets left Okogie wide open. Not a good shooter, but shooting 47% from 3 this year, and he had a couple big ones today. Nuggets were only down 8, though, at halftime after playing not a great first half. Jokic got going a little bit in that second quarter at the rim. He also picked up 3 fouls in the first half, too. Got out of the first half with 4 fouls, though, with just 3 fouls, luckily. Second half, Jokic did get his 4th foul at the 7:19 mark of the third. He subbed out immediately. And then things got chippy. Bruce and Kevin Durant got into it. It was 69-62, and we were wondering, does this get the Nuggets going? Does this light a fire? Does this make some of those shots that were just bouncing off the front rim go in? It didn't. It was actually the opposite. A big run by the Rockets to close the third. It was 82-66 heading into the fourth. In the fourth quarter, David Adelman got tossed. He had picked up a technical foul earlier in the game. He got tossed down 17 with 8:40 left. And then, this game was pretty much over. The Nuggets cut it to 12 on a Jamal Murray 4-point play with plenty of time left. But just the theme of this game, the Nuggets could not get anything to fall on the offensive end. Just could not cut that deficit. And then there was a little fake comeback, to cut it to 10, I think. Or was it 8? 10? With the reserves in garbage time.
10.
Rockets had to actually put Durant and their guys back in, but it didn't happen. The Nuggets fall 115-101. Really tough offensive game, like I said. Nuggets barely got over 100 points, which, based on how this offense has been playing, seems impossible that could have happened. But 6-game win streak is over. Let's go to our Red Hawk Roofing big takeaways. What do you got?
My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway in this one is we are in the Toyota Losers Lounge, and it feels like this is a place that we just have not been into in a very long time. We have a saying here that says all the Nuggets are good. It could not be further from the truth in this one.
Was any Nugget good tonight?
All the Nuggets were bad. All of them. I think Bruce might have been the only decent Nugget
Spencer?
tonight.
Decent?
It just didn't make sense, and we need a front runner. We need somebody to put the blame on in this one. And just like Taco Bell, this made my stomach hurt. It made my stomach hurt.
Stop.
It was Taco Bell's fault. I'm telling you, I seen it. No shot was going in. They could not get in a rhythm. We saw it very early on. It was a very chippy game in which the Nuggets were not the aggressors. This was a very uncharacteristic type of game from the Nuggets. This performance was lousy. And it just didn't look like the team that we have been seeing all year long. Yeah. It might have been the worst game of the year so far.
I mean, from an offensive end, absolutely. The Nuggets shot 40% in this game. They haven't shot under 40% all season. And we'll talk about the quesarito maybe later on the show. Shout out to Taco Bell, though, great partners of DNVR. My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway. This might sound crazy, but I'm not concerned by this loss at all, to be honest. Nuggets have beaten the Rockets twice already this season in close games. You knew this game would be tough. I think the Rockets are good. I think they're the third best team in the West for sure. But this, to me, was a game where shots just didn't fall. And the same shots that the Nuggets have been taking all season, especially that Jamal Murray's been taking and making, that Tim Hardaway's been taking and making, that Cam Johnson's been making lately, they just didn't fall tonight, and it was an uncharacteristic offensive game. And look, the Rockets are a really good defense. They are. Fifth best defense in the league this season. They got a lot of guys that can hound you. They got a lot of length, a lot of versatility. Defense is their calling card. I thought the Nuggets got pretty good looks tonight. I thought Jamal Murray got a lot of great looks. He was 4-13 overall. I thought Tim Hardaway got a lot of great looks. He was 3-9. In the starting lineup. I thought Cam Johnson got a lot of good looks. He was 2 of 10. So the shots just didn't fall tonight. And I know the Rockets have a good defense, but I don't really think it was that. I think it was just the Nuggets missing shots. And yeah, look, their physicality or how the game goes can put you out of a rhythm, and that can contribute to it. Absolutely. But honestly, the Nuggets got some decent looks. They just didn't fall. I mean, I didn't feel like, the Nuggets offense was operating at the highest level necessarily. It didn't seem like they had the same flow or the best rhythm. But Nuggets only scored 101 points today. Shot 40% from the floor, 28% from three. Houston hit 19 threes to the Nuggets 8. That's the game right there. And honestly, I feel like the Nuggets got a lot of good looks. We can talk about their defense for sure on Shepherd. That definitely deserves a mention. But I really do think the Nuggets kind of beat themselves today. And although they were going up against a really good team, a really good defense, a really well-coached team, they got the looks. Jokic, 9 of 20. They just didn't fall like they have been all season.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about it. This is not a game that I would look at and just feel worried. I really wouldn't. Like, every dog has his day, and it was the Nuggets' day to not hit shots.
Yeah.
I feel like with as many injuries that they have piled up, the Nuggets they've been above and beyond in those type of games that you're going to come up on a stinker. It is going to be a day that the shots are not going in, and I really do feel like this was more about the Nuggets not playing well than it was the Rockets, playing good. There were some things that you wanted the Nuggets to do better at, things that they should focus on, but the Nuggets got the looks that they wanted, and their shots wasn't falling. Jokic had a game that you don't see from him. He missed some shots that are just not him. You've seen Jamal not be able to get into a rhythm and a groove, and I also feel like those were shots that just he typically hits, open looks that did not fall, get into his spots. So it wasn't one of those like, hey, it was just Rockets and their physicality and defense was too much. I did not feel that in this game. I really do think that this was just one of those days for the Nuggets, and it happens. It's a long season. You're going to get some of those.
I mean, absolutely, and you can just look at the offensive numbers. And again, I know the Rockets have a good defense, but I'm just saying I don't really think it was that. It was obviously a factor, but the Nuggets offense they just missed. They missed shots that they've made for really the entire season. And just looking at the Nuggets year so far, they've shot under 40% 0 times. They shot 40% on the dot today. That last layup by Hunter Tyson to get them 101 points, that saved them from not only getting mundered themselves, but from shooting under 40% for the game. Their worst offensive game so far, just percentage-wise, they shot 42.6% versus the Heat earlier this year. Still managed to put up 122 points in that game, but, I mean, this, just looking at the numbers, by far their worst offensive game. 40% from the floor, just 8 of 29 from 3, 28%. Only 11 turnovers. It's not like they turn the ball over a lot. Rebounds, 39 to 47. They did get out-rebounded. The Rockets' offensive rebounding, I think, is definitely a storyline that we'll talk about. But the missed shots were a bigger one to me. Cam Johnson, 2 of 10. Jokic, 9 of 20. He was 1 of 4 from 3. Spencer Jones has shot the 3 ball actually pretty well this year, even though you can't depend on it. He was 1 of 5. Nobody on the bench made a 3. Bruce missed. Jalen Pickett missed his only 3-point attempt. So it was just a really rough shooting night. And maybe a little bit of it is just the Nuggets' depth and injuries kind of coming to the surface for the first time. They've won 6 in a row. They've managed these injuries way better than I think anybody expected them to. AG and Christian Brown have been out for a while. Peyton Watson's out now. They're just searching. And the offense has been still the best offense of all time somehow. They just kind of came back to earth a little bit tonight.
Yeah, this was definitely a comeback to earth type of game. But also, I mean, there was outliers in this game. The reason that the Nuggets have been so successful offensively is because they've been very efficient. This was not an efficient game for Denver. Jokic went 9 of 20 from the field. Jamal went 4 of 13 from the field. Cam Johnson went 2 of 10. He missed a regular layup. A elementary type of layup.
Yep.
That's just not something that you see from this team. And then also the 3-point discrepancy, or just like the change. Like, they went 19 to 35. They knocked down 19 3-pointers in this game. The Nuggets went 8 of 29. You're not going to win many games if you're just, one, not taking the 3 ball, but you're not making any of them. This was a very, I mean, you just can't have, I don't even think they could duplicate a game that bad. Like, that's just like one of those days that nothing is falling. And when you go back and look at it, you're like, hey, these are the shots that you want to take in these type of games. So not the Nuggets day.
Definitely not the Nuggets day. I'm seeing right now that I just got a message. Bruce called out KD in the postgame. So that adds a whole nother layer to this for sure. And I mean, this was a very, very physical game. Bruce and Kevin Durant got into it. Tim Hardaway and Durant got into it. Adelman got tossed. These are two teams that I don't think really like each other. So a lot to get into there. Let's take a break, and we'll start talking about the physicality and just what went on during the game between these two teams on the other side. Shout out to our friends over at Bet365. You can hit that QR code right there on the screen. Download the app. Use the code DNVR365 when you sign up. They're an official partner of the Denver Nuggets. And, of course, they got great action on the NBA. What I love about Bet365, like, they have really awesome parlays right there on the home screen of the app that you can go to always. They also have NBA Tip-Off Tuesdays. They've got tons of betting specials for the NFL, too. And we got Sunday coming up tomorrow. Big game for the Broncos. But big day for betting on Bet365, of course. They got the early payout offer. If your team goes up by 17 points, you're a winner on straight bets and parlay selections. Right now at Bet365, new customers can get $150 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Sign up, use the code DNVR365. Deposit $10, place a bet for $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player prop, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 plus, physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone who knows a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
Did you say if your team goes up 17 points?
17, yeah.
They must be Oklahoma fans because that's exactly what they went up. You already was celebrating the win. You thought that your team was gonna win, and guess what? You won your bet, but your team did not win the game.
I'm guessing you had money on that based on that response.
I just remember 17-0. Also, I went with Bama.
Yeah. Also, shout out to our friends over at End Credit Union. End Credit Union, they have debit cards with PS2 on them. A new debit card out from End Credit Union. You can see it right here. Thank you, Kale. It's got PS2 on them, and it's kind of like a retro. I mean, he's in the throwbacks, of course. Their new debit card, really cool look to it. Their Broncos checking account, tons of perks that comes with it. Game day discounts at Empower Field, the chance to win Broncos tickets, exclusive merch. Now they have even more perks. For those who are interested in signing up, they're giving you a $200. Yep, $200 will be dropped right into your account after meeting just a few easy requirements. You can also rock the PS2 Broncos debit card. They got a Bo Nix one. They have a Broncos one as well. The PS2 one is available right now at all their service centers. With the playoff push heating up, now's the time to lock in the perks, the card, the $200. If you're ready to bank like a Bronco, head over to ent.com/DNVR to learn more. Insured by NCUA, membership required. Account requires associated Ent Broncos debit card requires a $100 deposit and activation of debit card within 30 days of account opening. All right, we are back here on the DNVR Nuggets podcast, the Losers Lounge presented by Bet365. Tough loss for the Nuggets tonight, 115-101 to the Houston Rockets. Let's just get into the physicality of this game. And we can talk about specific players later, but I actually feel like the physicality was the next biggest story. David Adelman got tossed in this game after getting a technical early, and then he had just had it on another non-call on Jokic later in the game. He got tossed. Bruce Brown and Kevin Durant, I mean, they have history. They've been teammates. I don't know this for a fact. I mean, I know Bruce didn't love his time in Brooklyn, I don't think. I don't know what their relationship or friendship is like. But they went at it for most of this game. Yeah. Like, throughout the entire second half. Tim Hardaway had a couple hard fouls or, little things here and there with KD. KD was talking. He got the last laugh, of course, but I mean, this was a really physical game, man, and I kind of feel like these two teams don't really like each other.
No, first off, I don't even know if there's a friendship between Bruce Brown and KD. That seemed like very personal.
Yeah.
They were going at it. KD called Bruce Brown a bum. They talked and chirped the entire game, and it also seemed like that's when things kind of turned around. Is KD, he played the villain role in this type of game, in this game. He had that, you had that note, earlier in the game with him and Jalen Pickett. Jalen Pickett went at him. Bruce Brown kept on going at him, and he kept chirping back. And then from there, I felt like the refs kind of let them play a little bit more, and I think it backfired on the Nuggets' plan because they were the ones that were frustrated because they were down in this game. When you talk about the physicality in this game, this really did feel like the OKC in the playoffs type defense. They were allowing Jokic to get hit from every angle. There were like a lot of double teams that came. Adelman, not only did he get pissed off, he got kicked out of the game and kept going.
Yep.
He felt that frustration.
David Adelman got kicked out and made sure to yell at every single ref on his way out of the arena.
And you don't see that. He didn't even put both hands up to start screaming at them. He went straight at them. He had to get held back by multiple coaches.
Yeah.
He was pissed off in this game. I felt like it started everywhere. I really do feel like this was such a physical game that they just kind of let it go. And then it really just started to get frustrating on top of not making shots for Denver. So this was it was a recipe for disaster when you look at, the physicality, not making shots. Coach gets kicked out of the game. Starters can't get themselves going. It was a lot.
Bruce Brown and KD had the big dust up. That's kind of what got everything going. And somebody called somebody a bum. Did Bruce call KD a bum, or was it vice versa?
KD called Bruce a bum.
KD called Bruce a bum. He was you know when somebody points like they're actually mad? KD was pointing at Bruce like they had to be separated. And I believe we'll have a video soon, but Bruce Brown called out Durant in his presser. Here's a quote we have from Brendan Vogt. Quote, "As a man, there are certain things you don't say to another man." Bruce Brown said whatever happened that he's referencing happened before the scuffle. He's looking forward to the next matchup. Oh. So apparently, one of the unwritten rules of trash talk.
Everybody knows what that rule is. He called him a B word.
Yeah?
I mean, that's the only thing. When you say as a man, you're getting called a B word.
Okay.
That's what it is. And that is a trigger. And he kept going from there. And you knew there was something real because Bruce Brown, he went after Reed Shepherd and kept talking. He talked from the moment that it started to, stir up. And it just kept going, even with his team down so many, points.
Bruce was talking with the Nuggets down 20.
He did not care.
He did not care. I see another quote here. Bruce Brown said him and Durant's relationship was cool, but not so much after tonight.
Oh,
quote,
man.
Some words were said that's a little disrespectful.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So I'm curious to see if we get any more insight into what exactly happened, but it definitely seems like some line was crossed and Bruce was not happy about it.
If you even think about the bystanders that was in this game of other people that was pissed. Tim Hardaway was pissed off. Reed Shepherd had a moment with Bruce Brown. Jalen Pickett got in on that.
Bruce Brown blocked that one Reed Shepherd shot like pretty in the fourth quarter once things were kind of decided and just stared him down. And I think Reed Shepherd was like, good block, man.
Yeah. And he kept going, though, after that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, that's what Bruce Brown brings you, though.
Yep. I love it because nobody else is really putting up any fight. And, yeah, no shot was falling. It was frustrating. Just when, the shots you've been making all year don't go down, it can just be disheartening. But I love that Bruce it got Bruce pissed, and, like, that carried over onto the court. Yeah,
I mean, I think that's what it comes down to. I think that's Bruce Brown's job on this team is to try to provide a spark, try to get the team going on these type of nights. I think this was a personal thing that he had going, but also he did try to show like even though we're down, we cannot, we're not out of the fight. We still have to try to get into it. We still have more to give. Like this was really, I think that he was the one bright spot in the game. And it wasn't just because that, but you love that. You love it, and especially in front of the home crowd that everybody's involved and into it. He hit shots. He went 5 of 8 from the field. He had 12 rebounds in the game.
Yeah.
He had that block and 2 steals. Like, that's what you need for a guy off the bench that has to get, some more minutes, especially with how many players for the Nuggets are out right now. They're missing a lot of people, so it's like somebody has to step up. I feel like Bruce Brown stepped up in this one, and also he showed, like, we're not punks. You're not just going to straight bully us. And I feel like that's typically what, Christian Brown plays with in that role, where you're not going to be able to punk them. And we already know AG is the bully, so you're not going to be able to punk them. They needed a guy to do that, and I feel like that's what Bruce Brown did.
Do you want to see these two teams match up in the playoffs?
Absolutely.
Because the intensity and the physicality, this was a very physical game. Not a lot of fouls were called until kind of the fourth quarter when things were getting really testy. I mean, both teams shot 23 free throws in this game. Those totals were not that high throughout most of it, throughout the competitive portions of the game. I kind of want to see these two teams match up in the playoffs now. Do I hate the Rockets? I kind of hate the Rockets.
Oh man, this feels real. This feels like
this feels like it just got
brewing.
real.
It did.
Yeah.
And the best part about it is, the next time they play, hopefully they have Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown too.
Right.
Like, I want you to keep that same energy for this time.
Yeah.
You might have got that. You have the last laugh right now, but not right now. Like, you won the battle, like, not the war.
Yeah.
So I really do think this is a time that you can, get yourself back. I think that they're going to be circling that one on, the schedule, because if you look at it, last game, Jokic and them got kicked out of the game. Jokic and Big Val. This one, Adelman got pissed. He's going to be pissed off in this next game as well. And now you get your reinforcements back, and then Bruce Brown is going to be ready for that. So I think this is going to be fun. And in a playoff atmosphere, that's going to be every single possession. That's going to be every single game. Like, I really do think there would be a newfound hatred for the Rockets if they got, like, matched up with each other.
Yep.
We've got the video of Bruce calling KD out.
So we have the video of Bruce calling Kevin Durant out at the podium. Is that ready to play right now? All right, so let's play this. This is Bruce at the podium just moments ago, talking about, obviously, the game and his dust-ups with Kevin Durant and what was going on. Let's.
Bruce is kind of a little chippy there. Is that just playing these guys 3 times in a couple months?
Yeah, I guess so.
Obviously, you've had time spent with Kevin Durant. You've gone against him in a playoff series. You played with him in a playoff series. Just what has that relationship been like over the course of this past few years?
It's been cool, but I think it's been cut slow now. It's after tonight. Some words were said that's a little disrespectful, so I can't wait to see him next time.
What exactly was said?
Next question.
Just, I guess so, as to the last 3 games, is there a little bit more than that coming into this, aside from?
I guess it'll be a really good playoff series. That's what you take from it. Both teams play really hard. They're super physical. They're trying to prove themselves. Yeah.
So, Bruce, to be clear, there was a line that was crossed from just being competitive tonight?
As a man, there's certain things you don't say to another man. Yeah.
Does a game like this get you excited for a playoff atmosphere?
Of course. Walking up the court, I was asking when we're going to play them again. I don't know when that is, but I can't wait.
To be clear, as far as whenever he said something that crossed the line, was it when or before you kind of stared him down after that bucket?
He said it before to someone else, and then he said it to me. So it was before and after.
Bruce, I know it's maybe off the beaten track, but you were at the Avs game in a unique position. Is there any takeaways that you took from even last night into today, or can shape yourself moving forward, the nature of that one sport?
I wish there was fighting. I wish we didn't get a fine, because would have had some fun.
Would you have dropped the gloves tonight, so to speak, if fighting was kosher in NBA?
I would have thought about it.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Bruce said, "I wish I could fight him."
He told that to media? Oh, my God. He was fuming. That man was pissed. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, he called him some disrespectful stuff. I'm telling you. It's the B word.
You think that's... Because I kind of feel like that's not that bad. I feel like people call each other that all the time.
No, you don't call people that. That is the one word you don't say to people.
Okay.
You don't get called that. But I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know. But for him to be that mad, he's talking about fighting him. A person that he claimed to be his friend.
Right. We were friends before. Something was said, we're not friends anymore, and I want to fight him.
Goodness. That is crazy. Yeah, this is real hatred. Like, I really do think that this is going to be one of those battles, one of those rivalries that we might be able to see. And it just seems inevitable now. It seems like they're going to have to match up in the playoffs.
Well, they match up again March 11th in Denver, the fourth and final meeting between Nuggets-Rockets. That game will be circled for sure, but it's not for a while. You know, we got a couple months to get through before then, but it definitely adds another layer to the playoffs and just the Western Conference for sure, what happened tonight. Let's hit another break. I believe we'll have Brendan Vogt soon from the arena on the other side. We'll also go through the box score, talk about Nikola Jokic's game, Jamal Murray's game, and the rest of these Denver Nuggets. Shout out to our friends over at Miller Lite. Look, man, Miller Lite, perfect for any occasion. And, you know, perfect for a Nuggets game, if you're out at the bar, if you're over at a buddy's house. That's the great thing about Miller Lite. It's versatile. Good in any occasion, in any setting. If you're at the grill, if you're skiing, snowboarding, Miller Lite is the perfect beer for all times. It's the perfect light beer for beer lovers as well. It's got a clean finish, refreshing and easy to drink. It's a great choice without weighing you down. And it pairs great with a lot of food as well. It's a taste you can depend on. And Miller Lite is actually brewed for taste. Simply put, it just hits different. Simple ingredients like malted barley for rich, balanced, toffee-no flavors and the iconic golden color. 96 calories, just 3.2 grams of carbs per 12 ounces. Miller time is always a good time. The original light beer since 1975 and still iconic 50 years later. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/DNVR to find delivery options near you. Or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere that they sell beer. Cheers to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 grams of carbs per 12 ounces. 96 calories, 12 ounces. A great choice for any occasion. And it's been the same recipe forever. That's why Miller Lite is the best. That consistency. Pick up some Miller Lite today. Also, shout out to our friends over at Raising Cane's. And it's the holidays, man. Raising Cane's, the perfect meal for this time of year. This holiday season, Raising Cane's is unwrapping a holiday classic with a Christmas story. Now through December 31st, Cane's has a Christmas story themed gift cards inspired by the iconic holiday movie, available online or in person at Raising Cane's. Also, it's another food that is extremely versatile. You can enjoy Raising Cane's whenever, you know, just for dinner one night. It's a perfect tailgating food for football season. Perfect late night food as well. After a long night hanging out with friends. The chicken tenders, the fries, the sauce, the Texas toast. It's all amazing at Raising Cane's. They have a lot of stuff going on this holiday season as well. Their chicken fingers and Cane's signature sauce. It's a combo you can't beat. Stop into a Raising Cane's today. Available online or in store. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. All right, we're back here on the DNVR Nuggets podcast. The Losers Lounge, represented by Bet365. Use the code DNVR365 when you sign up and download the app. I just saw a video come across. Do we have this one too, Kale? KD's response to Bruce Brown.
Oh, goodness. Oh, this is lit. Oh, we're getting it all tonight.
I did not anticipate this game going this direction, but I'm glad because it wasn't really a exciting game to talk about, so I'm glad we can talk about this stuff. Kevin Durant talked after the game as well. So Bruce Brown said Kevin Durant crossed the line with his trash talk. This is what Kevin Durant had to say just moments ago, too.
Sure. All right, guys, like a couple questions. We gotta go.
Bruce Brown just said he felt like you crossed the line tonight. Was there anything that you said that you felt like wasn't crossing a line?
I definitely wanted to cross the line tonight.
Yeah.
That's basketball. It's in between the lines. Ain't no respect, ain't no love, nothing. And people don't show love to me. They cross the line a lot with their physicality. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the game. Some people can talk and play, some people can't. I had to learn how to talk and play as a player. So I think Bruce is probably learning the same thing.
What did you say?
Nothing that should be talked to the media. He know, he heard, he understood. I understood. We had, we know what that is. We don't need to tell you about it.
And then the three that you hit, that celebration down the sideline, just what was going through your mind there?
I mean, there's somebody in the crowd was talking crazy to me right before that, and it was just so, everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah.
People in the stands enjoyed the game. You know, Bruce and Tim Hardaway probably didn't enjoy, you know, but I enjoy it when we go back and that's basketball. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say that's missing from the game. When I do it, it's a problem. But, you know, it was a fun game. Glad we got the win. I'm not celebrating it like it's the championship, but we lost 2 in a row. We wanted to win tonight. You know what I'm saying? So so everything, you know, in between the lines, stay in between the lines for me.
Thanks, guys.
You've been doing
Last
this
one.
for a long time. How much do you still enjoy the intensity of a game like this?
Man, love it. Love it. I mean, you coming in here and play in a championship organization with arguably, in my opinion, one of the top 10 players, 5 players that I've ever seen play basketball, you know. That's how much respect I got for these dudes that I want to get up and, you know what I'm saying, bring that energy, bring that fight. It might go across the line, but that's basketball sometimes. So, you know, Bruce will be all right.
Yeah, you've been really generous in your praise for Joker. How come?
I mean, I just love his game. I love how he approaches the game. I feel like a lot of people may disagree with me right now, but I feel like we have a similar mentality or how we approach work, just the game itself, and I can sense that from afar. You know, so I always have respect for him, and then you accomplish what you accomplish in this league. Like, gotta respect that. But when we playing against each other, once again, it might cross the line. So if that offends you, that's on you. Next game, I'm sure Bruce will be better from that. But I crossed the line tonight.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Kevin.
So Kevin Durant says he did cross the line, but look, that's just basketball. Then called Jokic a top 5 player that he's ever seen. Interesting.
Yeah, but I like the fact that he stood on it.
I do too.
He stood on it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I crossed the line. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. I respect that. Like, he didn't run away from him. He didn't hide. And also, if there's a player in the league that I feel like people go at as like a lot, it's Kevin Durant. He's heard it all. The crowd every single night is going at him. I'm sure that opposing teams, especially when he went through the changeover from the Warriors, and he's now been on all these bad teams. Like, think about that year with the Suns, the things that he heard.
Sure.
You know, because he's had some highs, but he's also had a lot of lows too. So I love the fact that he stood on it, and then also you're a competitor. You know, you are going to cross the line sometimes. I feel like Bruce is also a guy that's trying to get in your head, get under your skin. I do think that maybe he does it in a different way, but I feel like that's sometimes you have to do it. So, I mean, I respect it. I do.
Yeah, I respect it as well. I mean, like, KD is a competitor in between the lines. Like, he does like that banter. He does like that trash talk. And I just love that Bruce Brown brought it to him tonight.
He's mad that a guy that as big as Durant, who actively trolls on Twitter, you think he's not crossing the line? The dude just openly admitted to not showering just so he could feel like he's in the trenches, a millionaire that has like real money.
Yeah.
And also he doesn't brush his hair. This guy is gonna cross the line. Like, nothing about it is personal to him, and I really do think that it's just that's what he is out there. He's a villain. He's trying to get under your skin, and he did that tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I respect it. I do respect it both ways. I respect that Bruce got pissed off.
Yep.
You know, I feel like there should be a lot more of playing, you know, well. This was one of Bruce's better games because he was pissed off. He played pissed off, so maybe he needs the line crossed a little bit more.
Yeah. What do you think of just some of these other performances in this game? I mean, we've touched on how bad the offense was overall. Jokic, just 25 points in this game. I mean, just 25. It is below his average. Only 9 of 20 shooting, 1 of 4 from 3. 5 fouls. That was kind of a storyline all game. 5 turnovers as well. There were some ugly ones. I didn't feel like it was a good game by him by any means. And then Jamal, 16 points, 4-13 shooting. He was 3 of 7 from 3, 7 assists, 2 turnovers. I felt like he got good looks, but they just didn't fall.
Yeah, when it comes to Jokic in this game, I don't think that the Rockets came with anything new. Like, I don't think that they did, but I think that they threw so many looks at Jokic that Jokic was having a hard time trying to read what they were doing.
Yeah.
It didn't look like he wanted to be out there tonight.
It was a weird game.
Second-guessing shots. especially at the 3-point line. He threw a couple of like errant passes that he doesn't typically throw. But I do think that they were being very physical with him, and that's just something that he hadn't seen in a while. Like, I really do feel like that was a playoff type game, that they were just trying different schemes. And it worked in this game because he just could not make shots that he typically makes. So you got to give credit to the Rockets. And as far as Jamal, like, I really do think that this was going to be he was due for a regular game or a bad game. He's been playing so well. And he had some open looks that he typically takes, but I feel like they also defended him well, that he didn't take as many shots as he typically takes.
Yeah.
I think that's by design, sending him double teams, crowding, Jokic in the paint and then trying to get out of him. They ran him off of the 3-point line. I do think there was a defensive scheme in this game that kind of threw them off of their game, but this happens. It was a bad game for both of them.
I agree. It was a rough game from the Nuggets' big two for sure, and that's where you can start with the offensive issues. Cam Johnson, just 6 points for him, 2 of 10 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3. This was an ugly game from Cam, man. I mean, he had the blown right-handed layup all alone on the fast break. He did redeem himself from that play by just taking a 3 right after. That was a deep one, too. Swish. So he redeemed himself for that, but it was just a rough game from Cam. It was another one of those games where it just looked like he was uncomfortable and didn't really have a ton of confidence. He did have a great take and dunked it on, was it Adams or Şengün? He dunked it on somebody in the lane.
Body on Adams.
It was on Adams. That was a great play from him. I thought his defense was okay, but overall it was a pretty discouraging game from him.
Yeah, it was pretty. I'm sure that Cam Johnson is happy that other people had a bad game too. Because if he would have been the only one, like, all of the spotlight and pressure would have been on him. Because this was not a good game for him. To only make 2 field goals, and you could remember both field goals. One was the dunk and one was the 3 after a missed layup.
Yep.
Other than that, he was not there. Like, just really not a part of the game. And he did look uncomfortable. But the Nuggets offense also looked bad, and he's been playing well as of late. So you can't say he's still not finding it, because I feel like he started to find his footing. This game, was bad. But that's also why it's important that there has to be another guy that steps up when Jokic or Jamal doesn't have it. In this game, they both did not have it. So you want your third guy to step up.
Yep.
Spencer Jones, Tim Hardaway Jr., they're your 6th, 7th guys on the team. Spencer Jones shouldn't even be playing as much as he's playing. And I feel like he's still making the best of what he has there. But we do want to see a Cam Johnson takeover type of game where no one else has it. Can you go out there and win a game for us? Or can you, go out there and have an explosive game? And we have yet to see that. But I do feel like it's coming soon. So rough game for Cam Johnson. Just want to see him get a little bit better with it. You are the man.
Rough game from Cam as well. Thank you, ma'am. Spencer Jones, I thought, played pretty well. 4 of 8 shooting, 9 points. I think all of those came in the first quarter. I thought his defense was pretty good on Durant, and he always plays guys physically. 2 steals. He didn't really play a ton in the second half. A lot of people in the watch-along were talking about an injury or something, and people in the chat even talking about it now. I didn't see anything official from the Nuggets, and I haven't really heard anything.
He was standing in the tunnel with the trainers at the end of the games just watching.
Yeah, and he really didn't play that much, but someone said a medical update. Like, I really don't even remember him just being out. Like, they really haven't said anything, so it makes it awkward.
Yeah.
Spencer Jones, whenever you have these, like, performance, like, just any positive for him, I think that just goes a long way. He's not supposed to be here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he's not supposed to be here, and he's giving his all. He's playing hard. He had a matchup of Kevin Durant. That's going to be tough for anybody, and we have a guy on a 2-way contract that is, like, making life hard for opposing guys. He didn't foul every single play out there, which I think is great, and I feel like they started running like the offense through him to start the game in this one.
Through him.
Had the pass over the top where he made a great read. He's shooting the 3 ball. Like, when he gets it, he's not second guessing that. He's firing up that sidewinder. I feel like he's trying to get to the paint. Like, he gives you a bit of everything, grabbing rebounds. he's a versatile player that you need on a team like this, and he was one of the positives of the game.
And I do feel like his confidence is growing, especially around the rim. Some of those tough shots and tough situations that he's put in. I just think the reps he's gotten and the shots he's hit and just the minutes he's played, I think his confidence has grown a lot, specifically on the offensive end, compared to where it was earlier in the season. And, he's going to have confidence on defense. A lot of people are saying cramps in the comments, so he'll be fine. Just seems like he might have cramped up a little bit. Anybody else we want to mention? Let's actually hit our final break, and we'll get to Brendan Vogt on the other side, live from Ball Arena. I'm sure there was some other stuff that went on postgame that he can report on, so looking forward to talking to him right after this. Shout out to Strawberry Fields. Tons of locations across the state. Denver, Pueblo, Trinidad, Downeyville, which is on the side of I-70, going to the mountains. There's probably a Strawberry Fields right along your route. You can check out their online menu and payment options to skip the line and get out fast, or get straight back to your couch even faster. They carry a huge range of products: premium flour, vaporizers, edibles, infused drinks, tinctures, concentrates, topicals, you name it, they've got it. They're bud tenders. They actually know their stuff. They're great at helping you find exactly what you came in there looking for. And also, Strawberry Fields also runs solid deals every day, so you can grab high quality products without spending a ton. And if you're new, make sure to sign up for the loyalty program at Strawberry Fields. You'll get exclusive offers right away. They've got a sweepstakes going on for December. Make a purchase over $75 at our Denver shop anytime in December. You'll be entered to win a full pound of flour for only $16. Rules and restrictions apply. Don't forget, use the code DNVR for 25% off your entire purchase from now until 2026. Only a few more weeks to take advantage of this. Use the code DNVR for 25% off your entire purchase from Strawberry Fields until 2026. Must be 21 with a valid ID to purchase. More info at strawberryfieldscannabis.com. Also, shout out to Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's, and you can now grab DNVR gear at Dick's Sporting Goods as well. How cool is that? They've got us right there next to all the big brands: Nike, Adidas, and DNVR. We're part of the big three now. At least I like to think so. They're your one-stop shop for baseball, football, soccer, basketball, golf equipment. They have all your tailgating needs covered. They've got kayaks. They've got rafting stuff. They've got mountain climbing stuff. All the outdoor stuff you need, they've got it. And if you find a lower price, Dick's will match it with their best price guarantee. They're also doing the 12 Days of Giftsmas. We're partnering with Dick's for that. A $50 gift card giveaway to both Dick's Sporting Goods and the ALLCITY merch store. New winner picked every day. The link is in the show notes, or go to thednvr.com/giftsmas to get signed up for that. Shout out to Dick's Sporting Goods. We did a show there a couple weeks ago. Awesome time. Their locations in Denver are just awesome. Great store to shop in. And shout out Dick's. Check out the 12 Days of Giftsmas. All right, we are back here on the Losers Lounge presented by Bet365. Let's go to Ball Arena. We've got Brendan Vogt. A lot went on, man. A lot went on post-game. We played Bruce Brown's interview and podium. We played Kevin Durant's response. What did you just think of that, and what kind of went down in the physicality that we saw in Nuggets Rockets?
Man, a very, very physical game. It was chippy. It was palpable. You could feel it coming off the court. And, guys were really not afraid to talk about it after the game. Obviously, Bruce Brown, Kevin Durant, Tim Hardaway Jr. was a man of few words about it, but I think in his own way, some pointed words. I'll get to that in a bit. No doubt about it that this was a chippy game. Two contenders who have played each other, 3 times now in the last couple of months, but it culminated in a scuffle between Bruce Brown and Kevin Durant, where, as I'm sure you guys covered, Bruce said, as a man, there are certain things you don't say to another man. Declined to get specific about what Kevin Durant said, but just felt like some lines were crossed. He had said that his and Durant's relationship, was cool, but that might be cut slow a bit after tonight. Just some really honest stuff from Bruce, obviously.
Yeah, so Bruce said that, and then what do you think about Durant's response? I mean, Durant was asked about it. Did you cross the line? Or about Bruce saying you crossed the line? And he was like, yeah, I definitely crossed the line.
Yeah, it felt like he almost said, hell yeah. He didn't, but it looked like he was ready to. He said, yeah, I definitely crossed the line. This is basketball. He said, some people can talk and play, and some people can't. I guess Bruce Brown is still learning how to do that. That's a paraphrase there, but that's basically what he said. He said, look, it's when you get between the lines, it's not all love. It's not always love to me, Kevin Durant said. It's part of the game. It's basketball. So, yeah, I crossed a line tonight.
I love it, man. I love this energy. I mean, Kevin Durant, like this, he loves the trash talking aspect of the game. I just love that Bruce was bringing it and going at him even with the Nuggets down. Like, I just love that Bruce brought that energy tonight.
That you don't say as a man. Vogt, what's one for you? Is it cut the malarkey, or what is it for you that you can't say cross the line?
Cut the malarkey is it, Dev. That one.
Yeah,
I know
tough,
it. I know it.
You say that to me,
yeah,
I'm fighting.
I know it.
Look, I'm really sensitive. There are a lot of things you can say to me that for me would cross the line. But NBA players, not so much. You don't always see this. You don't always see the scuffle, but then, both players kind of shedding as much light as they did after the game on the nature of the scuffle. No love lost between Bruce Brown and Kevin Durant. Although Kevin Durant remains, guys, a big fan of Nikola Jokic and his game. Kind of lost in that clip. He called Jokic one of the top 10 or even top 5 players that he's ever seen play basketball. So Durant was he was on one, man. He was in quite the mood after a big win where tensions flared, but he still managed to sneak in some praise for Jokic. We spoke with David Adelman tonight, who felt like the game came down to the disparity in made threes. He said 19-8 in made threes. That's the game right there. We missed some shots. They made some shots. It was just one of those nights in the NBA. They were the better team tonight, just like we were the better team a few nights ago, he was quick to say as well. So a little tip of the hat to the Houston Rockets. But, of course, David Adelman was also involved in some high tension and chippy basketball tonight. He got ejected, fighting for a call on Jokic or a no call. He really wanted the tech, didn't get it at first, kept going deep into the timeout, basically insisting that he would get it, got ejected after the game. He was asked about it, and he said, I just felt like it was a reaction to the game earlier in the week, which, again, guys, remember Udoka's comments after that game where he felt Zach Zarba was starstruck and his crew had no business being there. Adelman felt like the officiating tonight was a bit of a reaction to that game. And then he said, I was just confused. I was looking for answers. I went out there to find them, and it turned out I had to leave.
That's a Michael Malone response. David Adelman channeling his inner Michael Malone again.
Exactly, man. It was actually hilarious. But then I think he quickly had to remember the tone of the night was not so fun and not so cheery. But he gave a little credit to the Rockets. He also wanted to give a lot of credit to the third unit, who he thought came in and didn't just kind of go through the motions, didn't just kind of put their heads down and mope. They really competed and did their best to make that a game. So he gave them a shout out. Bruce Brown also said, guys, he went to that Avs game last night and he was asked if there's anything he's learned from hockey. And he said, I wish there was fighting, meaning in basketball. And I wish we didn't find. In fact, Bennett said, would you have thought about dropping the gloves tonight if that was kosher, so to speak? And Bruce said, I would have thought about it for sure. So Bruce also called this what I think we could all see it, maybe would be a really good playoff series if these two teams meet up, especially because there's a little bit of tension here now in the air when these two teams meet. Tim Hardaway Jr. spoke very, very briefly in the locker room. He made sure to say on more than one occasion that the Rockets had lost a couple of games in a row in overtime. So they came in really determined. He just, he said it wasn't much more to it than that, but he did not seem pleased. Obviously, he and KD got into it a couple of times. It was a tense one, guys. It was a tense one, no doubt about it. Unfortunately, the NBA's longest winning streak is snapped, and it only took me 24 hours to jinx that 10-game win streak into oblivion.
Man, Vogt, anything else from the arena?
It was weird because this one sputtered out and Denver's offense was so bad, but these two teams playing basketball is awesome, right? I think when you watch another team, you watch these two teams play and you think, yeah, we've got a long way to go. Denver really didn't play very well tonight. I thought they were kind of due for it, to be honest. It's really hard to beat the Rockets 3 times in a couple of months, missing a couple of guys. All the same, they don't want to use that as an excuse. The offense just wasn't good enough. We'll see how they respond.
See, because we could only see when they were panned. But Taco Bell went all out on getting those shirts for everybody in the arena. Were people wearing them?
I don't think people were wearing. It's hard enough to get people to wear playoff shirts. I think a lot of people didn't know what to do with these. Think about it, Dev. If you weren't online, like if you were just a Nuggets fan and you showed up to the arena, you'd have been so confused tonight. Like, what is this shirt? Why am I doing this? Taco Bell did their best to take over Ball Arena. It wasn't really a factor in any of the action after the pregame festivities.
Dang, they didn't even buy a commercial. I would assume that they would have had it play up there and say how we messed up.
Right.
You got to get everybody into it.
We do need an ad with the original footage from draft night.
Yeah, and then you pan into like now or something like that. Yeah, they messed. They dropped the ball on that one.
All right, thanks, Vogt. Appreciate it, man.
My pleasure, fellas. See you soon.
All right, before we get the super chats, we got to go real quick. Presented by Fire on the Mountain. Pick up some of Denver's best wings, man. Shout out to them.
The good thing about us around the association, all of the games are still going right now.
I love it.
Because this was a 3 o'clock game.
A matinee game,
It was
say.
a matinee game. That's what D-Line told me. So, I mean, there's things that are still happening in the game. So we'll start with a few of them that are still going. These games are close, so you know that this can turn around. But it's some fun ones. The Dallas Mavericks right now are currently down 74-72 to the 76ers right now. Cooper Flagg, who has been going crazy as of late, he has 14 points. Anthony Davis has 16 points, 8 rebounds, starting to play more minutes. Najee Marshall is 4-4 from the field. So they're starting to get themselves going. On the Sixers side, their leading scorer, of course, is Tyrese Maxey, but after that, Dominique Barlow is their second leading scorer. He has 19 points in the game. That's wild. VJ Edgecombe has 16 points. Andre Drummond is starting right now because they have a big man that doesn't play that often. Andre Drummond knocked down another three-pointer. He had a couple of three-pointers in the last game. So in 2 games, he already has more three-pointers than Ben Simmons had ever had. Ain't that wild?
That's crazy. That's absolutely wild.
Andre Drummond. The Toronto Raptors are up
crazy.
65-60 currently over the Boston Celtics. This is one that I can see them, fighting to get back in it. Peyton Pritchard has 13 points in the game. That's been their guy right now.
Boston, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of talk. Is Boston going to shed more salary, or are they going to be buyers at the deadline? I don't know. They're playing well, though.
Yeah, in that last game, somebody did bring it up. I do think that the Mavericks are going to lose that game. They have to start tanking sometime soon. The Raptors, they have Brandon Ingram has 17 points. What is the guy with the wild, long last name?
Mamu Kelashvili.
That one right there that I would never try to pronounce.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
He has 17 points as well. And this is early in the game. Third quarter. How are these guys just going crazy like this? And also, it goes to show you how many people are injured right now in the season. Because it just seems like there's so many of those names that are playing right now.
Yep.
Same as the Spencer Jones of the world. It's just, random. The New Orleans Pelicans they're up 76-63 over the Pacers. They can't take. They need to win as many games as possible. They're starting to get it going. They just beat the Raptors. They're up right now against the Pacers. They're starting to get it going. For the Pacers, it's Pascal Siakam. He has 18 points to lead those scores. Zion Williamson, he has 21 right now, 7 of 9 from the field, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. He's getting himself going. Derek Queen, the guy that could go after Jokic's stats, 12 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, and that respectful young man and drummer boy, Trey Murphy, has 15 points in this game right now. So they're getting themselves going as well.
Okay.
Next up, we have the Pacers. The Pistons. The Pistons are winning by 2 over the Charlotte Hornets. You do have to suspect that this is going to turn around.
I would think.
The con man is up 11. He has 11 points. Miles Bridges is up to 10 points in the game. On the other side of things, Cade Cunningham up to 12 points, 5 rebounds. Is Cade Cunningham able to win like most improved player? Like he's gotten better every single year.
Or no, he didn't.
But he just continues.
I mean, he's in the MVP conversation right now.
That's what I'm saying. He just continues to. That used to be a team that they were like saying if this team wins 10 games, then everybody gets free wings. And those things are not the case anymore. The Grizzlies are currently up. It's the start of the second quarter. They're up 30-25 on the Washington Wizards. You have to guess that the Grizzlies are going to run away with that one. Jaren Jackson Jr. has 10 points in the game. Aldama has 13 points in the game. I just saw the other day that Ja Morant is back playing. He's not playing in this one right now.
He's back, yeah.
But he is back. And he's still doing celebrations, which is pretty crazy. On the other side of things, it is Marvin Bagley. I didn't even know he was still in the NBA.
Adam's guy, Marvin Bagley.
How is he not on a European team right now?
I don't know, man.
That's crazy. He has 6 points off the bench in 5 minutes. 6 points, 5 minutes. Maybe Nuggets need a Marvin Bagley.
I don't know if that's quite the answer. Thank you, Dev. Let's wrap up with Super Chats here. And we'll get out of here on this Saturday. First one comes from Gamshine. Not winning many games, shooting 40%. And the surest Nuggets loss is an afternoon game. I think both those things are absolutely correct. 2715. If that's the kind of effort 27-15 are going to put out, why don't they just take the effing game off? Pathetic stuff from those two. Negative. Big Honey 15. Adam jinxed us. Did he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's because he started talking about the 10-game win streak
Bro,
on the show
they started
yesterday.
talking about the 10-game win streak on the show yesterday. I knew that was a bad idea.
It wasn't even close either.
Why
I
even
was
talk
so
about
mad
it?
Supposed to
when he
say that at like
started
8 or
saying
9.
I know, man. Why? Mr. Exquisite Nugget, Yeehaw, Bruce Brown, and Dev. Good job, always Kale. High wind doesn't count.
Hey, I've never seen a positive one from him for me. So hey, we are making progress. Hat tip to you, Seth.
Tip of the cap. Nash Sweden, you jinxed us by praising our offense too much.
See, this one was not a jinx. We talked about how positive and good
They
the
have
offense
the
are
best
doing.
offense
You were
in
just-
NBA
All
history.
you were doing was stating facts. Maybe after that game, they're not in NBA history, but still the best offense right now.
Yeah. I can't even pronounce that, sorry. T-Men Overton. Don't think it's a coincidence that every team shoots great from 3 against us. Bad defensive schemes. The Nuggets' 3-point defense was really bad tonight. I mean, bad defense on Reed Shepherd, just didn't stay attached, didn't close out to Jabari Smith. Those guys had a field day. Ryan B. Mark Davis is to Jokic what Scott Foster is to CP3. Pencil in a loss every time. I don't think the Nuggets got a foul call until the second quarter.
That's a good one.
It was a physical game. That's a Mark Davis special. 55555-ish. Happy 3 months. Thank you, Ish, for
Happy
joining
3
the
months.
supporters club. Ban afternoon games, 142 bench 3-pointers down, only 413 till 555. I'm with Dev. Those Taco Bell shirts were a bad omen of things to come.
I'm going to tell you right now, I take it back. I got me a t-shirt. So I'm all in on Taco Bell again, man. I'm
Great
all
promotion.
in. I'm all in.
We're going to eat quesadillas next week on the show. Kyle M. Hey, wins. Thanks, Kyle.
Hold on, wait, what?
Thanks, Kyle. Thank you.
Pencil that in. Hey, Kel, say that. Say it was the one game, the bad game. Put
I
that
got
in
the
there.
shout out after the best one of the year and
the worst one.
So
let's just talk about it.
Thanks, Kyle. Peter Duck, Rockets are good and did not want to lose 3 straight. I wasn't impressed with the play today. It was a winnable game, but rope was let go. On to the next. I agree 100%.
For sure.
The boys' dad, if there's a playoff series with Houston, there will be blood. Now off to find that free quesarito.
There's
there
a
we
free
go.
one?
If you went to the game, there was like a free quesarito coupon with all the shirts.
Ooh.
Yeah. Julian Strother Lover. Yoke and Val lineup was a -11 in less than 2 minutes. It was not good
Dang.
today. And I honestly, man, I feel like Adelman's kind of playing it in the worst spots possible. Like when I like deploying it, I just feel like he's picked and chosen his spots wrong to deploy it. Yvonne I'm not mad, just bad day. Lots of players missing. I'm just mad we were making Shepard look like prime Curry. Can we please play Holmes instead of Zeke? Maybe next month. Ryan B. KD can't win without Steph. Always been a front runner.
You can't say that tonight.
Amin. Denver just played bored and uninspired tonight. Nuggets already beat that team twice and didn't have much motivation until KD started talking.
Yeah, that's
Kinda
what I was thinking too.
like.
He like got them back in the game mentally.
Yeah. Mex JJ, it's the Quesaritos' fault the tees were disrespectful to Jokic, but for real. Just bought tickets to March 11th. Rockets will regret it. Series will be 3-1. I can't wait for that game.
Is that an away game?
It's home. Peter Duck again. I don't know why, but this team struggles in early day games. I know, man. I know.
Just to pencil it in every time.
Action, Effin Jackson. Dudley mismanaged the last 2 minutes when the Nuggets came back. Should have put Joker, Jamal, Tim in and kept Pickett and Bruce in. I mean, they were, what was it, a 10-point game with how much time left?
Like 2 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, you're probably not going to win.
But also, I think that at that point, Jokic and them was like, no, it's good.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, you already have momentum. Those guys are playing hard. You guys got it.
Yeah, I don't think you go back to the starters there to try to save that. The Nuggets deserve to lose this game. Snow Wolf. I can't believe the Nuggets let Shepard ruin Quesarito night. Who was guarding that guy? I hate Shepard. And shut up and take my money. Don't worry, Win. We'll get him next time. Merry Christmas. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us on this Losers Lounge. A really eventful Losers Lounge. A lot happened post-game, and we broke it all down. So thanks for hanging out with us. Make sure to throw us a thumbs up before you leave. And stick around this weekend. We might have some more stuff coming from the 361 shoe release tomorrow. And then we'll be back Monday night for another game. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Talk to you later.
We all silly like the mayor.